I know that most recently you extended some words of encouragement to Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
Why did you decide to do that?
I've never had anything against Ronda Rousey. Like I said before, let people put batteries in their back and pump them up to say certain things about me. People are judging me because I was very outspoken in my boxing career. And if I wasn't outspoken, I don't think that I would have made the money that I made in the sport of boxing.
I'm going to throw this out there because we haven't spoken about this. The Conor McGregor potential meeting in some form or fashion. How open are you to that?
Like I said before, I didn't really even want to come back. I'm fine. But it's so crazy. Like I said before, you got a guy that's made a mark probably for the last 3 years in the sport. I've been doing it since 1996. 1996. I've been world champion since the 90s, when he was a little kid. And I've been dominating throughout my whole career at the top level. Not just no fighter has done it, but no athlete has done it. It's not bragging or boasting. It's just telling the truth. So what I say about Conor McGregor, if you made $5 million, I'm willing to give you $10 million. If you made $10 million, I'm willing to give you $20 million. And within my career, I made $800 million in my career. You know, I can't speak on what he's getting paid because when it's all said and done, Conor McGregor has to answer to somebody. He has a boss. Floyd Mayweather don't have a boss.
What would happen if you guys got in the boxing ring together?
It'd be very interesting.
Yeah,
because I've heard a lot of people say that there's no chance that Conor McGregor could stand toe-to-toe with you in a boxing ring. In an octagon, it might be a different
skill set.
But at the end of the day, most of the time in an octagon, he likes to stand up and fight. And of course, you got to realize this. Anything can happen.
Is there any way possible you can see a scenario that you come back and fight Conor McGregor? Is there any way possible?
I don't really know. I'm very, very comfortable. I called him out earlier when I did First Take, and since I'm at the ESPN,
what did you say by calling him out?
I said, let's make it happen. You know, I told him we could talk to your boss because he has a boss. You know, I'm my own boss.
The number would be staggering if you guys were to engage.
My number would be staggering.
Your number would be staggering.
It has to be because I'm always the A side. I show what I can do. We haven't seen what he can do yet. As far as pay-per-view numbers, because once again, Floyd Mayweather holds the record for pay-per-view.
Percentage-wise, what would you want the split to be in the purse?
You know,
yours is higher than
that's something that I cannot talk about. Because I'm a very, very sharp businessman.
Yeah, we know that. That's true.
And once again, I remember, I didn't take punishment. Remember, everybody said Floyd was a chicken. All he did was run. He was scared.
Yeah.
I was a smart fighter. That was all. At the end of the day, I was very, very smart.
I don't think anybody would argue with the fact that you're not a smart businessman. We've talked about that over and over again. That was the first thing you said. He has skillions of dollars.
I think skillions is the term, right? In the checking account.
Okay. No one would argue with the fact that you are probably one of the greatest either. So we are doing top 5 boxers of all time. And I don't know if you have a list. We are putting that together. We would love for you to stick around and be the judge of that. And also let us know who your top 5 are.
Okay.
Okay. Is that possible?
Absolutely.
You good? He's never lost a fight in his nearly 20-year pro career. None other. Gracing the set right now is Floyd Mayweather. Thank you for joining us here on SportsCenter Coast to Coast. So we know that you were here to promote the super middleweight unification fight at Barclays. Why are you promoting fights? I know you don't need to, so why this? Why now?
It's all about giving back. I created Mayweather Promotions, a boxing promotion company to give back to fighters. So many fighters throughout the years have been taken advantage of. I was a fighter that started early, and once I was able to become my own boss, I wanted to put fighters in a great position to help fighters grow and hopefully someday surpass me.
As good as you may become as a promoter, you're right up there with one of the all-time great boxers. So the question is, I'm putting to you, Floyd, I know you're retired.
Yes.
What's the likelihood you stay retired for the rest of your life?
It's like probably 90, 95, 5%.
That high?
Yes, 95, 5% chance.
There's nothing that can bring you back.
No, they of course they offer me a lot of money, but I happen to be one of those athletes that had a smart business team, made some very, very smart, lucrative moves that I put myself in a position that I don't ever have to work again.
Passing Rocky Marciano, as far as where you weight that, you're tied with him now.
Well, I didn't
50-0 has a nice ring to it.
Well, I didn't get into this sport to outdo any fighter. I got into the sport to do what I had to do, accomplish what I had to accomplish, make a lot of money, and then do something smart with my money on the outside. And now my whole thing is about just helping my children and helping my promotion company grow.
It's interesting because you talk about, this fight and what you've accomplished and all the money you've made. Arguably, the biggest fight in recent times is you and Manny. Yes. Everyone was waiting for it. It took a while to get done.
Yes.
It finally gets done in 2015. We were there. We covered it.
Thank you.
But leading up to the fight, though, Floyd, and let's talk about this for a moment, probably the first time in your career, your professional career, there was a lot of talk about the documented history of domestic violence. You never really addressed it. Do you have anything to say about it now?
Well, that was in my past. And, of course, with any situation, when someone talks about domestic violence, I think with a fighter that like myself, when they say that Floyd was involved in domestic violence, restraining someone, yes, I did that. I'm guilty of restraining. But as far as stomp, kick, and beating a woman, I think that the world would see photos. But you must realize this. For so many years, they try to defeat me in so many different ways, as far as negative things. But I couldn't be defeated inside the ring, so they try to defeat me on the outside, as far as trying to discourage me. Do I think they wanted Rocky? Do I think that they want Rocky for me to break Rocky Marciano record? Absolutely not. Did people want to see me fail? Absolutely. But I beat all odds. I was meant to be where I'm at today. I was meant to go through the different obstacles that I went through, and I wouldn't change my life for nothing. Okay, so in 2011, you spent 60 days in jail for, I guess, a misdemeanor. Yes. And it was alleged that that's when you hit another woman. Can you talk to me about your fans, your female fans who still enjoy you as a boxer, but they're having a hard time knowing the person outside of the ring? Do you have anything to say to them? What I said to everybody at home, I'm not perfect, never claimed to be perfect. I've been through certain obstacles in my life, and when it's all said and done, only God can judge me. Like I said before, I'm still waiting, hopefully like yourself. I'm waiting to see photos, because I'm a major figure. So when something happens in my home, the world knows about it. Domestic violence could have happened in your home or with you and your boyfriend, but the world just don't know about it. What do you regret, Floyd, about your behavior over the years? I don't regret anything. When it's all said and done, I know who I am as a person. I'm a great father. I'm a great man. I've been through obstacles. I've been through ups. I've been through downs in my life, and I'm not perfect. But I strive every day to become a better person. I'm a more positive person, and that's what it's all about. Nobody knows what you and your girlfriend has been through, or what you and your wife has been through, because you're not a major figure. Now, no different from Tiger Woods or any other figure that's huge. If an argument goes on in someone's home, it's going to get over-exaggerated. And you guys must realize this. I'm a fighter. So anytime the police is called about a dispute, they're going to say domestic violence anyway, because when a cop is called to someone's home, that's considered domestic violence. So at the end of the day... but there are a lot of fighters who aren't having the police brought to their homes, right? It's not like it happens with everybody. I'm saying, but if you're not... I don't think you're studying every fighter. I don't think so. I think you're this is, of course, ESPN is all about sports. So you guys check out, all type of sports. And I think domestic violence goes on every day. Do I approve of it? Absolutely not. But I'm not here to judge anyone. And people can judge me because when it's all said and done, only God can judge me.
It's very fair of you to say domestic violence happens every day. It happens with other athletes. You are probably one of the few athletes.
But I'm not. I didn't say what I said. Just in Holmes, period.
Holmes, period. But we're talking sports. You are arguably one of the few athletes that doesn't necessarily have to deal with the wrath of that once it's all said and done. You've been able to be above it in terms of the press.
Well, you know what's crazy? Before I came, my publicist, Kelly Swanson, said, she wanted to, you wanted to ask me about domestic violence before I got on here. I said, I don't shy away from anything, because I'm not like that, because when it's all said and done, I don't pay your bills in your home. You don't pay my bills in my home. I have to live my life the way I want to live my life. I've made mistakes in my life, and I'm a stronger person because of the things that I've been through. So, you know, you live and you learn. Yeah. I love my life. I'm a great person. And it's all about being positive. And I think with us being on ESPN, I think that, I mean, I don't mind talking about it, but I would prefer to talk about things that I've done, things that I gave back, like how I fed the American citizen, how I fed the American citizens for so many years. We don't talk about that, or how we feed the homeless on a regular. We never talk about that. But every time it's Floyd Mayweather, they tend to put a battery in people's back for them to talk about the negative things, but they never talk about the positive things that I do. And what I do know, I'm gonna let the world know this: my good outweighs my bad.